Are COVID restrictions being lifted too soon in your province?
I think that in the course of the pandemic, Alberta has been too quick to assume that the problem is resolved and has not been strict enough on regulating restrictions because at one point, most recently in the summer, they said they were 10 days away from hospitals failing and maximum capacity being already over. So it's very concerning, and I think that the current government is not taking the pandemic serious enough, if anything. Jason Kenney refuses to listen to Dina Henshaw's recommendations and has continued to ignore them, and I don't think that Alberta is doing well amongst any of the provinces or territories in handling the pandemic.
I like the way it is right now, where we have vaccine passports and everything is kind of being monitored really closely. I feel like that really helps increase the feeling of public safety. So I think what we have right now is good.
I don't think they are being lifted too soon. I think it is about time. Most people are fully vaccinated, so I think it is time to lift some of the restrictions.
Well, they certainly were at the beginning of July. That was an absolute mistake, and we paid the price for that. And I think right now they're probably taking a more cautious approach. Numbers are going up again in Europe, and if we loosen things again too quickly, then we're just going to get into the same problem. I mean, it's all about how many people are vaccinated, but we still don't have a full enough vaccination level that really sort of gives us herd immunity.
I think only time will tell that one at this point in time. I mean, obviously Europe's having issues again, and we could be, going down that wrong rabbit hole again. I hate to see the numbers go up again, but again, people need to have a life too, so I can understand it, and we'll just have to take whatever becomes of it.
I wouldn't really say too soon, but the problem is you got a lot of people that aren't vaccinated, and they're just going about their daily lives and, and socializing, and I mean, they have the right, but what you're doing is affecting a lot of other people with the disease. That's probably going to kill them. So, you need to get vaccinated. What's the big deal? Just do it. Just do it.
I think Nova Scotia has done very well on COVID restrictions. I don't know what is being lifted. I'm not up to date in that. But I think they should keep the mask mandate in and social separation for a little while to come yet.
That's a really hot topic. It's a very hot topic. Personally, either way, it doesn't bother me. I tend to go with the flow. However, I do feel for small businesses because they've had to stay closed. I also feel for people that are, the anti-vaxxers and the vaxxers and that whole thing that it's causing in society. I don't like that part of it at all. And I think each province is doing what they feel is best, but I must say I'm so happy to be in the province that I'm in, Nova Scotia.
No, I think we have a good solution here. I think that the gradual opening up and keeping masks on is keeping us all safe, and we're not getting pulled back in like some of the other provinces have been. So I'm very happy with the approach our local government has taken.
I don't think so. I mean, obviously, I don't know everything. To me personally, like being double vaccinated, I feel comfortable getting out there with others who are choosing to be vaccinated as well. And, I feel pretty safe. I feel like now's the time to get back out there and start living life again, but it's just my opinion, I guess.
I'm comfortable with what's happening, really anxious for the kids to get vaccinated, so that then I think we can open more with more confidence. No, I'm satisfied with how it's going.
I would say so, yes. I don't want us to have to fall back into, the heavy lockdowns. I would say play it safe and then wait for things to get even better before lifting the restrictions even more.
I don't think so. I think they're taking a pretty measured approach in Ontario. Early on in the pandemic, there were a few decisions that kind of were counter to the science advice, but I think they've been pretty good, pretty well measured. I haven't seen any contradiction between what the science advisors and table have said and the provincial government. Not recently.
I don't think so. I think at the end of the day, we do have to return to some sense of normalcy, and you can't live your life totally in fear. I think we still have to respect that it's a very serious threat, that it's a very real virus. But I think you need to go back to living your life at least somewhat normally. Obviously, masks, some social distancing, getting your vaccine if you can, if it's right for you, right? Like, I think that's all very important, and you should consider that as well. But for the most part, you have to live your life and get back to some normalcy, at the very least.